Before we begin, recently the Whoniversals hit over the whether you're a new subscriber or if you've been, and I hope you'll enjoy. So, down to business. So, before we begin, no planets that were previously established in Doctor Who before the Russell T Davies series. So this is basically just me counting down some of the and doing some look. So I think this is a pretty interesting planet design. It's also well known that with references it was interesting to have a Voloknok reference in Night of the Humans. That was a nice touch. And similarly, I'm wondering if Shard is similarly, I think Shard is probably going to get a resurgence of. Also, I know my friend Thomas Hayden James likes. Also, I know my friend and fellow member Thomas Hayden James likes his prison story. So, hang on, can't go first. Also, shout out. Also, Thomas Hayden James. Right, moving on to number 4. We're into the actual television series now. Well, The Infinite Quest does count as an episode, but it's an animated one. Okay, moving on to the... But this one has a bit more of a warmer welcome from its inhabitants. Well, Voloknok's inhabitants were prisoners and the governor. This time round, you're going to have some friendly faces. Depending on... Yeah, so Planet of the Ute, but the Ute Spear is a pretty interesting place. You've got some, it's some nice background. So yeah, so the Ute Spear, a nice, though the DVD release of the Sense Rights with the booklet had a little bit of a, what's the word? Starts with an S. Synchronized, psychotic. Skeptical? Sarcastic? No. Sinister? No. Cynical. Though the DVD booklet of that DVD's... Though the book... Anyway, moving on to number 3 and Returkey. Good timing there, Nick. Now the planet doesn't really look like any, but the concept of it being near a black hole and the fact it's within its gravity belt is really, and I think it works really well with the whole. Okay, moving on to number 2, Midnight. Okay, moving on to number 2. Anyway, going back to... Now, Midnight is just absolutely stunning. And, yeah, that's basically it. I had breakfast 2 hours ago. Digest already. Well, sweet. But probably gets the best use of it as a planet in the Russell T Davies series. But Nick, how could a planet like other honourable mention? Well, the one from Horizon. So those are 2 honourable mentions: New Earth from New Earth and Paranoia. So I'll be including those. So New Earth New Earth first introduced in New Earth. So that's about it from it. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official The Whoniversals YouTube channel. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Nicholas Payne bonus content YouTube channel.